Saul meant no harm. He gave him some great armor. But God had not given him that set of equipment. The way God has called you to fight is different than how other people around you fought.
That's right.
So you can only take with you what God has given you. Because if you take more than what God has given you, you're going to be weighed down. I'm reminded in the book of Genesis about Abram. Y'all remember Abram? Abram got a great prophetic utterance from God. Go to a place that I will show you. Your feet start moving, I'll show you when you get there. Oh, what a promise. What would you feel like if God called you tonight about 3 o'clock in the morning and said, man, listen, you get on 85 and start driving. Everything you've been praying for is on the other side. I don't know about you. I'm dancing up. I'm getting 93 octane. I'm out here. Like, where you going? I'll be buried in the morning. He said, get on 85 and on the other side. I'm going to catch you on the other side, baby. There's some milk down there, some Cheerios for the boys. I'll be back in a few minutes. But when Abram started moving like this, you know what happened? God said, listen now, I need you to understand, I have nothing against your family, I have nothing against your people. But I need you to leave everybody behind and go where I'm about to take you. You know what he did? He said he gave God his yes with his mouth. We call that lip service. But the Bible says he took his nephew. And don't y'all know the problem that came in his life came from the fact that he took his nephew with him? Was God against his nephew? No. But there was an assignment and a battle that Abram needed to fight that God needed to leave his nephew behind. And I started looking at this thing and I said, I wonder if Abram at the time, before he was known as Abraham, I wonder if he did not trust God enough to leave his family in the hands of the Lord. And that's the problem with those of us who carry too much. You don't trust God with what you need to leave behind. I need to preach real directly to those adults or those grandparents who are raising parents and not taking care of your grandchildren. Here it is. You won't like it. The ushers, they ready today. Some of you all got to stop being a crutch to relatives in the name of you helping them out. What we're doing is saying that we don't trust God enough to take care of them so that we can get to the place that God will have us to be.
That's right.
You don't realize that even if it is the Lord's will for you to be a help to your family or to your friends, you can't help them until you get to the place that God was supposed to be. What happens more often than not for people who cannot put others in people's hands, what happens is that you die and they go on. And guess what? They have to figure out how to make it. Had you done that while you were still here, guess what? They would have figured out how to make it. The Lord is saying that some of you are carrying some stuff that he didn't ever ask you to carry. Imagine David saying, Lord, I done took the AR-15, I done took the 12 gauge, I done took the 9mm, and I took all the ammunition, and this thing is heavy. How am I going to beat Goliath? God would have looked at David and said, I ain't told you to take nothing but some 5 smooth stones. I need some people to go home and take inventory, because in this room there are too many of y'all carrying stuff that God didn't tell you to carry. You're listening to stuff that God didn't tell you to listen to. Your victory and your breakthrough is found in one place, in his instructions, and you not swaying to the left or the right. I hear the Lord saying, if you are obedient to exactly what I'm telling you to do, you're about to see me move in a supernatural way. Even when it don't look like success, even when it don't look like victory, even when the fight looks different, it would make no sense to carry some rocks to face a giant, but David trusted God anyhow. Will you trust the instruction when it makes absolutely no sense?